Hey there, this is Dave Gardner, your Now Lifestyle Master Trainer, and I'm super excited to be getting into the next video with you right now. In this video, we're going to learn how to use the whiteboard function in the powerful Now Lifestyle live conference room. And so pretty simple. So originally you might have been in just the general chat and maybe people were seeing things. And what you need to do is basically, again, this is also under the presentation tab, which again looks kind of like an old projector or projector screen. And if you notice, if we go back and forth, what I want you to focus on is this area down here at the bottom, because what happens is once I have clicked this tab, notice I now get a new button that shows up that shows Start Drawing. And when I click on that, I'm going to get a series of things that pop up that now I have the opportunity to use. And so we have all different tools. I can just take the pen and I can start in just drawing. I could click on it. I can change the color. And so let's say we want to use that color. And we're going to double click. I'm going to use one of these colors over here just to get in the hue. Okay, there's the ones you need to click. Sorry about that. Once I've seen it change right here, I can click OK. Well, actually, we'll use a little darker one. And we're going to click OK. And then notice how it shows registered there. And now I have my color. If I want to make it a little thicker, I can click that tab. We have a whole different slew of things. We can do straight lines. I can do arrows. And again, if I want to change the color, again, we'll go red. We'll click OK. And then I can change the color of that arrow to red. And so notice that one just clicked. If I just click my mouse, it creates a triangle, but when I click and drag, we get the arrow. Now, let's say I want to get rid of stuff. I can just click the erase button and it all goes away. If I want to create a box or a circle, I can have those different shapes there. Now notice I got this other boundary piece. If I actually double click on any one of these, we get that to show up. And what that's going to allow me to do is I can rotate by taking this one that's kind of off the side, or I can actually make the object bigger by just clicking and dragging any one of those sides, making it into a rectangle or making it into, something a little bit bigger. Again, if I want to rotate it, I can rotate it. And so if we go and look at the viewer's end, notice the viewer's end. I have two things set up here. I'm using them in two different browsers just so we can see the difference of what you would see. In my moderator account, we're going to see all the tools and the settings at the top. And I'm going to see the different options to change before chat and video. I'm going to see options before, underneath the chat. I'm going to see options at the top. When we flip over to the user preference, they're not going to see any of that stuff. Okay, so again, if we look down here, it says stop drawing. That disappeared. So did the recording. If we look right here on the user, they're not going to see all these tools. They're not going to see the presentations up here. So there's going to be a different in the user function. And so if I go through and I want to add some text, I can just start typing away. We click in the box, and just like you would a normal thing, I can start text written here, whatever, however you want to do it. You can play around with it. Again, a lot of it is just testing. So now that's there. It shows up on the other person's screen. Again, let's say we want to start fresh. We can go and clear it off. If I want to save the picture, so let's say we have an image so that I could save that drawing, then I could share that later on with my group or my team. And there's actually a little button down here at the corner that talks about, and not necessarily talks about, but actually is where you would actually upload so that someone could actually be sharing that file. So if you had a document or if you had something, an image that you put on there, or let's say you highlighted an image and you wanted to share that with your team so they could use in their promotions or just as a resource while they're studying or learning the program, you could enter that in there and you could save it first, of course, then you would just browse and then that would be usable, okay, for that person. So again, pretty simple. We can go through and again do different objects, change their size, so on and so forth. And we got lots of different colors we can play with. Change the color, make sure click OK, you see the different color, and we're doing our highlights, and we're talking about our video, so on and so forth. So same process could happen with a PowerPoint. We go through here, let's say we're in our PowerPoint, we're playing our PowerPoint, and Notice how it says current painting will be cleared. That's fine. We're going to get into it. Let's see. We're going to get rid of that for a second. Let's try that again. We're going to load it up. Okay, so now we're in there. I can draw on it. So let's say we're in there and we're drawing, and I want to focus on, okay, we're doing carbohydrates. Notice again on the viewer end that has highlighted. So they've only seen the original page. And so if we actually get it going and we actually press the play button, notice again, after a couple seconds, it's on slide 2. It's going to click to slide 3. Notice they're on slide 3. And notice it's getting a little smaller. We can play around with that as far as the settings go. Again, that's something for a different video. And so what happens, and it could be just because I'm confusing the system by running 2 programs at the same time and 2 slideshows at the same time from my computer. And so again, I just wanted to show you that you can do that and show you what the people would see on the other end. So again, that is how you actually will stop this. This is again how you use the whiteboard function of our powerful Now Lifestyle live conference room software. Again, this has been Dave Gardner. Thank you for watching along with this training video. Hopefully you found some immense value. If you have any questions or comments, you can always join us and hit us up in the Facebook group or support tab up top. We really want to hear about your successes with these tools and how you're actually implementing them into your niche, because we want to help the family out. So as I always say, you get out of it what you put into it. And the big question that I always have for you is, with all these awesome tools that you have in the Now Lifestyle family, what will you create to make your legacy? And what will you create to help others so that you can make a difference in the world today?